Sorry about that. I got a little bit cut off by that timer. I'm still trying to get used to it. Right here, I was just saying this negative 14 stayed the same. A sub 52 stayed the same. This is what we're looking for, is this A sub 52. So right here, we've got to put that whole thing in the calculator. What that is 52 minus 1, and we're multiplying it by a negative 100. Should be a big number. Yep, there it is, negative 5100. So then we have minus 5100. Adding a negative 5100 is the same as subtracting 5100. So those are the same, okay? Next, we just do that math in our calculator, and it spits out that we have negative 5114. Negative 5114 would be our A sub 52. We hop back over, and there it is, negative 5114. Number 9 is done the same way. Okay, we've got A sub 1 is negative 10. Our difference is negative 2. So A sub 1 equals negative 10, and our difference is negative 2. And again, it's asking for the 52nd term. Well, that tells me that n equals 52. Our formula, A sub n, equals A sub 1 plus n minus 1, and then our common difference d. When we plug our information in, we're looking for A sub 52. Our A sub 1 is negative 10. We're adding to it a 52 minus 1, and then our common difference is a negative 2. We put all of this side right here. This is our calculator part. Okay? So we've got 52 minus 1, very similar to the last one, 52 minus 1. So for this time, we're multiplying by negative 2. What we get is a negative 102. So we have negative 10 plus negative 102, or just minus. This could just be a minus. Same thing as adding a negative. And that's our A sub 52. So our final answer is A sub 52 equals negative 112. Okay, that also can go in the calculator. If you don't want to do that math in your head, that can go in the calculator. Should also be A. Okay, now we get into some of these more difficult problems that people have a little bit of trouble with. Okay, given a term and the common difference of an arithmetic sequence, find the explicit formula. Guys, this first one, don't miss this first one. First one is a softball. Okay, the explicit formula is A sub 9 equals A sub 1 plus n minus 1 times our common difference. And remember from today, what we learned this Wednesday, what we need is that A sub 1 and the difference. That's what makes it an explicit formula, okay? Our final answers are all going to have this A sub n still here and this n minus 1 part. As you can see here, they're all A sub n and they all have this n minus 1. What's important is having these correct pieces. First one is a softball. All you have to do is plug that stuff in, okay? If you've been paying any attention today and caught up with what the lesson was, you know all we have to do is plug these numbers into the right spots, and we get our final answer, okay? So it looks like we're looking at option B on that one. Number 2 is where we finally actually have to do a little bit of work with this. So we're using this same equation. I'm just going to erase the old green answer. We're looking for this same equation, and we're still looking for these same pieces, but they gave us A sub 2. Okay, so there's 2 ways to do this one. One, you can go ahead and plug that in over here and plug in a 2 here and solve for A sub 1. We learned how to do that with the longer, more tough answers. With this one though, for a lot of people, they're saying, okay, I need that A sub 1. I don't know what it is, but they gave me A sub 2 as negative 102. And I know my common difference is every step of the way, I've got to go minus 100. So my next term would be negative 202, but what's important about that is it means if we wanted to backtrack this and go the other direction, we would have to add 100. Well, if I add 100 to what I had for my A sub 2, if I add 100, a positive 100, I end up with negative 2 being my A sub 1. Once I find that A sub 1 on all 4 of these problems, there's 2 of them here, 2 of them on the next page. Once I find that A sub 1, I'm ready to just plug answers in. I've got A sub n equals, A sub 1 in this case was negative 2, I just found that, plus n minus 1, and then my common difference was times a negative 100. Okay, so I'm looking for -2. Oh, they all have -2. And this is the only one that had the 100. So honestly, that one you probably could have just done from that definition. Oh, wait, I even circled the wrong one. Look at me. This is another one very similar to the last test where you got to check those answers carefully. Okay, you saw the mistake I just made. I looked and said, oh, they've all got -2. Oop, this one's got 100. There's my answer. That is a positive 100. Our difference was a -100. So it's C. I was just sitting here talking about how easy it was to identify the answer straight from here, which you could have done, but don't bank on that on the test. Bank on having to do it this way. But look, I made an easy mistake. I just picked the answer with 100 because I was just jetting along, and I missed that problem. I would have gotten that one wrong on the test, and you'd have been coming back to me saying, oh, Mr. Strello, the mistakes I made, they were just dumb mistakes. Just circled the wrong answer. I make those too, okay? Make sure you don't make them tomorrow, or make sure you don't make them on Friday, though. All right? On to number 12. This is when we start getting into the tougher problems like this, okay? Right here, they didn't give us a sub 2. They gave us a sub 26, and I don't want to backtrack 25 steps and hope I did that math right, okay? So I'm going to use the formula. It's a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times our common difference. Well, I didn't get an easy way to find a sub 1, but I still need it. I have to find this a sub 1. That's what I've got to figure out. But they gave me a sub 26, the index of 26, equals a -210. So that -210 is our a of 26. So if I wanted to write a of 26 over here, I can fill out the rest of the formula. It's a sub 1, because that's what I'm looking for, plus our n is 26 minus 1, and then our common difference is a -9. But I don't need to leave this as a of 26, a sub 26, because I know what a sub 26 is. It is -210. It's in the problem, okay? Now I'm ready to work out this calculator portion. When I plug that right-hand edge into my calculator, I've got 26 minus 1, and then open up another set of parentheses after I close the other ones. Open up another set of parentheses, and I do -9. So I get a -63, so I have -210 equals a sub 1 plus -63. No, I don't. Scratch that. I made another mistake. It's a good thing this isn't third or fourth blocker. I'd be giving out a lot of different candies because I made yet another mistake. Look at what I typed into that calculator. I got ahead of myself, got going too fast, and I typed in 26 minus 19. Should be 26 minus 1. Close those off, open up another set, and then my -9. So it's actually a -225. That makes more sense because I was looking ahead at these answers over here. I knew I'd mess something up. That's why I paused. Should be a -225. -225. Sorry about that error. Sorry. Got it fixed. Got it right now. Well, what happened is I would have ended up with an a sub 1 that didn't show up over here, which would have been a telltale sign that I'd messed the problem up, and then I would have had to go back and fix that then. Okay? So just double checking. I've got it 26 minus 1 times -9. 26 minus 1 times -9. Okay, I got it. We're on the right page now. And now my final step is I have to solve for this a sub 1. I add 225 to both sides. Those cancel, and I get that a sub 1 equals 15. And now I just have to plug it back into this original equation. A sub n equals 15 plus n minus 1. And our common difference in this case was -9. I'm looking over here. Nope. And then the difference between C and A is that this one has the -9 we need. So that would be number 12.